Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Amanda from ALLJArt and we are here to talk about painting by numbers today. I haven't done a video for a really long time to do with these, but I was sent a bunch of painting by number kits by watercolour and I want to show you some of the products that they send me and talk about why painting by numbers is so popular and why people like to do them. So I have opened this already, but this is one of the kits that you get and it came like this. There is a variety of packages depending on the sizes of the canvases. The canvas has a little bit of tape to keep it together and it has some foam in here to keep it nice and I guess taut, I don't know, but if you unravel it, you can see that it is quite a big canvas and it's gorgeous. This one is the flowers, I believe. I'm not sure. But the canvas quality is really nice. It is paper canvas though, it's not like a board, so it's not as stiff as what other ones that I have used in the past have been. Oh, it's this one. So you get this little card and it says, please show your finished painting on our shop. Let's many people enjoy with your successful. So a little bit of bad English then, but that's okay. And it just tells you like it's got the little stars on whether the item is as described, communication and shipping speed, which I actually think that all of these were really good. The communication was great and the shipping speed was excellent. It says on their website that it could take 2 to 4 weeks in the US, and I'm in Scotland and it only took like 5 or 6 working days to come to me. I don't know whether that's because they were sending them to me to review, but they do send pretty quickly. And just before I go on any further, all of the information about this will be in the description below and you can check that out there. And anything that I do say about this product is my own opinion and I'm not being paid to say any of this. Before we get into the actual painting process and showing you that, I'm not doing this one, I'm doing a different one, but this one's just an example. Some of the cards that they give you with the picture on it is really small, so just bear that in mind. The actual picture, I mean this one's a relatively good size, but there's one that's like half the size of this, and they usually do give you a little they didn't give it with this one, but they give you a little sheet that has the numbers on it, which I find really important in painting by numbers, because once you have covered the numbers on the canvas you still maybe want to know what number goes where, so that you can go over them again to make it more opaque, because I found that I'm scared to use a lot of the paint and I end up not using enough paint, so then I can go over it multiple times to make it better. And this is the little pack that you get. It has the number or the corresponding Chinese writing or whatever it is on the package to tell you what goes with where, and you should get the same thing on the canvas as well. I opened mine all at once and mixed up all the paints, but it's okay, we figured it out. We as in my mum and dad. It also comes with 3 brushes and there's like a big flat one, a medium round and a small round. So it gives you everything that you need to complete the painting. Now let's go on over to my computer so that I can give you better audio quality and talk about why painting by numbers is so popular. So first I want to explain a little bit about the ones that I picked. I tried to pick one from each category on their website in a variety of styles to really test them out, so that you guys can get a feel for how different each one is. And if you want to see more videos like this of me actually painting them, then give this video a thumbs up so that I know that you really want them, and I will post videos with painting by numbers tips in the future, and then you can decide if it's really for you or not. So, with my new outlook on patience, which I talk about in my 7 days to learn watercolour video, and I will put that in the cards and in the description, I've really come to enjoy painting by numbers process a lot more compared to my last 2 videos that I'd done on painting by numbers. My last 2 videos were basically my first attempt at painting by numbers, and if you want to see that, then I will also link that in the description below and in the cards. Because one of the reasons why painting by numbers is so popular is because it's relaxing, and I really didn't find it relaxing back then. I really wanted to rush to get it finished. I felt frustrated with a lot of it, but if you want to hear anything about that, then go and watch that video, because my perspective of painting by numbers has really changed, and I really now do find them relaxing. You just set it up, stick on some music or listen to a podcast, or you can even work in silence, whatever suits you, and you can just paint slowly and take it in and just have fun with the process and not rush to find the results, which I tend to do with not only painting by numbers but a lot of my own original paintings as well, and it's not really the best thing to do. So other reasons why painting by numbers is so popular is because you don't really have to worry about the drawing stage. A lot of people like to paint but they don't really like to draw, so you can cut that part out, and that's totally fine. Like, a lot of people shame other people for not drawing their own thing, but colour books, painting by numbers, and a lot more other things that you can do in the art world do not have to involve being a very good artist foundation drawer. It does help obviously, but if you just want to do it as a hobby and cut the drawing part out and just paint, then painting by numbers is really good for you, because you don't have to worry about setting up the composition or picking the colours that you need to pick, anything like that. Painting by numbers have it all set out for you. You have the brushes that you need, you have the canvas that you need to paint on, all of the lines are there, and the paint is there as well, and obviously it tells you where to put the paint, so you don't have to worry about composition of colour either. They really appeal to all skill levels as well. Like I said, beginners don't have to worry about the stuff mentioned before, and it can help them learn brush control as well as teach them about certain colours working together. A lot of beginners don't really know what colours go with what, and they don't really understand value and saturation and all that stuff, and painting by numbers can teach you that without you even realising it, and without you feeling like you're doing an intense course on how to draw or how to paint. And it's really fun for beginners to do, I think, because it takes away the worry of having to draw. Honestly, I think it's more fun for a beginner to do than it is for an advanced artist, but obviously advanced artists can have fun doing it as well. They have a guide to show them the way and make a hassle-free painting, and advanced artists can play with tones, colours and subjects that they've never painted before, and it can also really push them to experiment and really make it their own. And I think that's brilliant, that anybody from beginner to advanced and anywhere in between can use painting by numbers. You can try different subjects, like I said, and this takes away the fear of messing up. I don't know why artists are so scared to try something new. I really don't, because we shouldn't be. You don't have to show every piece of art to your social media followers, or you don't have to display it or show it to your family or whatever. You can always experiment, and if it doesn't go right, then you don't have to show it and you can try again. So painting by numbers takes away the fear, but even if you didn't have painting by numbers, you shouldn't be scared to try something new. Like I said about brush control before, painting by numbers can really teach you brush control, because they have small, large or anywhere in between parts that you need to keep the paint within, and I do have a couple of tips on working towards trying to keep the paint in the lines, because there are a couple of painting by numbers that I've come across that are really hard to keep in the lines. even with the brushes, the really small brushes that they give you. But I've got tips on that, so if you want to see that video, again, give this video a thumbs up. But it can help you further develop your brush control as well, and choose the right size of brush for the right job. A lot of people go in with a bigger brush, and people or advanced artists that have used those brushes for a long time and painted a lot will know how to control that brush to get into the smaller places. But a lot of beginners or a lot of artists in general need to use a small brush for small areas, and it can really teach you what kind of brush would fit where, and it really does help you understand a little bit more about why there is a certain amount of brush sizes. And the last thing that I think that painting by numbers is really popular is because of the achievement of finishing a painting. It's so satisfying, and with my experience in using painting by numbers, I've always come out with the result that I've never thought was even possible. And even though I didn't draw the back lines, or the base lines, or come up with the concept or the colours or anything like that, I still put a lot of hard work and effort into completing the piece, and now I get to hang real art on my walls or give it to someone for a gift without the mega price tag, because art can be expensive, especially original art, and if you really want to put it on your walls, then painting by numbers is cheaper than going to an art gallery and buying an art piece, or going to an artist's website and buying an original watercolour or acrylic painting, because that's what we're working on. Sorry, I'm used to talking about watercolour. So those are the reasons why I think that painting by numbers is so popular. If you have any suggestions or reasons why painting by numbers would appeal to people, then please put them in the comments below so that we can all share, and I would love to know what you guys think. And that's all I have to say about that, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Please remember to comment, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and also hit the notification bell down below so that you get notified of all the videos that I post. I usually post on a Friday. Thank you again for your support. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.